But the thing that I'm honestly, you guys, the most scared of, like, completely, that's what you make it. I've got my little buddy here with me for the pregnancy update. Okay, so let's get started. Alright guys, welcome to my 25-week pregnancy update. It is just so surreal and crazy to say 25 weeks. And I know I keep saying this every update. I'm like, it's so surreal, but it really is. I'm excited to share what has been new with the pregnancy in the last few weeks since I last updated you guys, and then some things that have continued on. So this week, Nova is the size of a cauliflower, and every app that I look at says like a different fruit or vegetable, so I never really know. But the measurements are around 13 to 14 inches long and weighing about 1.5-ish pounds. We're getting to the point now where she is going to be gaining more and more weight. Like, all of her important functions are all figured out, and now it's about getting bigger and plumper and basically filling in all of the extra skin that she has, hopefully getting some chubby little cheeks. The really important stuff that's been going on these past couple of weeks is that her lungs are really developing and they're becoming stronger and stronger, which is of course a really big milestone and a big deal for hitting viability week. We hit viability week last week, and so every week here on out is just like better and better, increases the chance of her survival outside of my body more and more and more, which we are all for. Of course we want her to stay in for the whole time, but if she were to come out early, then we feel confident that everything would be okay. So she's been practicing breathing, and of course there's no air in there, so she's practicing with amniotic fluid, with inhaling it and exhaling it. And of course the more practice she gets, the better she'll be when she actually is here. Her hearing is getting better and better, and this is something that I actually have noticed. We went to like a Christmas concert where it was like a big orchestra and everything, and as soon as they would start playing a song, she would start moving like crazy, and I'd interpret that as though she really enjoyed it or she liked it and was like moving around in there because it was fun. So that was really, really cool to feel like, because I felt like she was reacting to the music. This week she's also getting her sense of balance, which essentially means that she's able to rotate, and she's going to be getting into the position and preparing for birth basically. And so she's already thinking about that. I guess I should already start thinking about that too. So I've been doing lots of more research on birth, and I've been reading a book called Ina May's Guide to Childbirth, and just trying to focus a lot of my attention on that, because I feel like the first bit of pregnancy was focusing on, you know, making sure that we were safe and in the clear and stuff, and now that I feel like we are, I'm like, okay, what's next? Well, the birth is coming, and so I better be prepared at least a little bit. So I don't know if you guys remember, but at the very beginning of the pregnancy, I found out that I had a thyroid problem, and so I just went on medication right away. And this is just in pregnancy. I'd never had it before. And so I've been taking my meds every day and been checking up on it, and so far everything has been looking fine and there's no need for concern. So I just thought I'd update you guys. Sometimes when things are all good, you forget to talk about them, if that makes sense. But something new that's coming up is that I will be going this week to do the glucose test. So that like orange drink, and then you wait in the waiting room for an hour, and then you get your blood test, and it just tests to see if you have gestational diabetes. And if you do, then usually diet and changing some things about your lifestyle will help, but if it's really severe, then medication and everything. So I'm interested to see how that will go. If you hear mixed reviews on whether the drink is like disgusting or whether it's fine, but I'm not really worried because it's just another part of the whole pregnancy testing, and it should be fine. I don't believe that I will be getting any more ultrasounds to see Nova. My last one was just before 19 weeks, and that was the anatomy scan. That's where we were able to tell her gender and everything, but I don't believe I'll be having any more unless there was any kind of reason to. Like if we were worried about her weight, or if she's overdue, or whatever it might be. So far the midwife said that, yeah, that's pretty much it, which is sad. It's bittersweet because obviously it's a good thing that I don't have to go in and check on her. If we feel like everything's going well and healthy, that's a good thing. But it means I won't get to see her again until the birth. So we're thinking and humming and hawing about going and doing a 3D ultrasound and paying for it. But I'm just not sure if I want to or not. I'll figure that out as the time goes on. So as for what's going on with me and my body, some of the like more common symptoms at this point in pregnancy seem to be gas and heartburn and acid reflux, but I honestly haven't had it too bad. A couple days ago I had some like spicy food for dinner, and I noticed that that was affecting like my whole like digestive system, so I'm gonna try to stay away from that. But the thing that I'm honestly, you guys, the most scared of, like completely, is every app and every update that I read every week, it's like, your chances of hemorrhoids are increasing, and I'm like, I don't want hemorrhoids, I'm so scared. I just, yeah, they freak me out. I don't want to have to get them. It's one of those things that it just happens or it doesn't, so I'm really hoping that I'm someone who doesn't get them, because I am definitely very achy and have a lot of pains, like my back and my shoulders. Like just yesterday walking around the store, I felt like my shoulders were gonna break off, and it's not like anything, I was carrying anything, it's just like the heaviness of it. And then my hip pain at night is still really bothering me. It comes and goes, it depends on the night, but I have been seeing a chiropractor, and that helped after my adjustment, and then I slept that night. I was like, whoa, I feel so good, so I'm gonna keep that up. Chiropractor also gave me a bunch of stretches to do at night and some like different exercises and things like that, so I think that has been helping. Her kicks, you guys, she is super active, and it has been the most fun ever. She is kicking really hard and like moving around, like where you can see her body moving more so than just like a firm kick. You can like actually see it. And then I can also feel like if she's in a certain place, sometimes I can feel the heaviness or the weight or the firmness of her body like on one side of my stomach rather than the other, and I can tell that she's there, and that has been really cool too. But the best part of all is that she is kicking hard enough that other people are able to feel, and that has been so fun to share with everybody, because so far in this pregnancy I've been feeling like it's just like my little like thing, and now that other people can feel her, it's like everybody gets to experience it, and that has been really cool. So of course Caleb, but also like family members and like friends and stuff. The really sweet thing was when we were at that Christmas concert, we were there with my mom, and she hadn't felt it yet. So when Nova was kicking a bunch with the music, I like put her hand on my belly, and right away Nova kicked her, and then my mom like started instantly crying, and it was so sweet, because I think that just like bridges the gap between it being like an idea and it being like real, like, oh, there's really actually a baby in there and this is really happening. So that was a really special moment. Yeah, there isn't really much going on with me. I mean, I definitely feel emotional a lot of the time, but I am also usually an emotional person, so it doesn't feel like too much out of the ordinary for me, if that makes sense. I can get pretty tired. I like will wake up and have some energy, and then I'll like hit like a wall where I'm just like so done. And so that has been a little bit difficult with like productivity levels and stuff, but I'm trying to remember that my body is going through so much right now, and it's doing so much, and I need to just kind of like take a step back and let it do its thing and not overdo it, and just yeah, experience it all. And then of course I have a lot of hungry quite often. I definitely cannot go like a certain period of time without eating, so I'm like snacking a lot throughout the day. I always have some kind of snack in my purse. I do not leave the house without something, because if I'm left without any food, like it's just a really bad idea. So I've been keeping up on that. Overall though, to be honest with you, pregnancy has been really good for me. There are definitely some, you know, down points or negatives to everything, like the back pain and stuff, but I have been doing a lot better than I thought I would. Like thinking about pregnancy before I was pregnant, I kind of anticipated all of these things to happen and like all of these difficult symptoms and things like that, but so far I really feel quite good, considering my body is creating a human being. And yeah, I am just so excited. The further along we get and the more weeks that we are covering and the less weeks that we have left, I am just so excited to meet her, and I just can't wait. Like I think about the day that we get to meet her for the first time, and I get to go through the birthing process, and I am just on cloud nine thinking about it, because this has always been such a huge dream of mine. You guys know that. And So to see it actually happening and to feel it actually happening is just a real dream come true, and I'm so grateful. And I'm probably gonna cry, so let's get the bump shot. And yeah, that's really all I have to update you guys on, except for this growing bump. And yeah, we're so excited. Are you excited to be a big sister? Are you? You're gonna have a real big adjustment, aren't you? Okay, let's see if I can use this mirror that is still in the packaging to show you. So I'm 25 weeks and it is getting rounder and rounder for sure. I definitely can tell that I'm carrying pretty low, and people always comment on that and they're like, I would guess you're having a boy. And I think it's just because my uterus is still like growing up. It's not all the way up yet. So it will be interesting to see how it changes. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm looking like at 25 weeks. I think it's pretty big. Like, I still look at my belly and like am in shock that it is really a baby in there. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this pregnancy update, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye guys.